Hey guys, Ron from FunctionBuilt-Aquatics. Just wanted to shoot a quick update on some of the Betta Macrostoma fry that we've been growing out in a 5.5 gallon tank. These guys have been alone. The male's actually holding again. These guys have been alone in this 5.5, feeding really well on both micro tube effects worms, microfex worms, and micro worms. So this is the first time I'm actually using these so-called micro tube effects worms, and as you can tell right there, we got a Macrostoma baby, a little fry. He's picking on some micro worms. That right there is what the micro tube effects worms or microfex worms actually look like. I'm trying to grow them out, but I'm probably going to wind up using them faster because so far this is the first day that the Mac babies have actually taken something larger than the micro worms. They seem to be growing pretty well. I'm doing water changes about, I'd say about half the volume, a little less than half the volume I should say, every 3 days. I siphon out the bottom as much as I could, but I have to be very careful not to suck out some of the fry. Now there are only 3 fry in this tank, so as far as competition is concerned, it doesn't really exist right now in the 5.5 gallon. The water changes, I'm pulling the water directly out of the parent's tank, so I'm giving them seasoned water. And I do that because I'm trying to keep control of the organic buildup in this tank. There are some snails in here that clean the bottom up, and they produce a lot of feces. So I'm just trying to make sure these guys have nice, clean, fresh water to constantly get their growth on. This is the first time I'm actually growing out Mac babies. I have grown out quite a few Una maculata bettas before, especially fry. But this is the first time I'm growing out the Mac babies. So I'm pretty excited about this deal. There's 3, they're all about the same size. They seem to be eating rather well. Water temperature is about 78 degrees. pH in this particular tank is just barely 5.0. 5.0 is basically what the adult's tank is. And so far so good. Very excited about these guys. I hope I actually get a couple females, maybe even an extra male to eventually replace Dad, but definitely looking for 1 male, and we'll see. Definitely see. I don't really know how betta fish are actually affected by things in regards to temperatures and the development of the different sexes. I know reptiles can be manipulated according to temperature. I believe higher temperatures produce females, and I believe sometimes cooler temperatures produce males in certain reptiles, if not most reptiles. And I don't really know if that actually works in a lot of fish, but I do know that if you keep the tank as clean as possible without overly disturbing the fry, you can get them to grow quick, especially when you feed them pretty much as much as Nathan and I are feeding these guys. How's that look? That's a Mac baby right there. And as you can see, all the little tiny micro worms that he's been feeding on. Pretty cool. So this is Ron from FunctionBuilt-Aquatics. Quick little update on a Macrostoma fry. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.